Hey folks, this is Vince with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly check out Zombie Within. This is a game that you can find on Steam's Early Access program for about $10 or so, and I stress Early Access. Everything that you're about to see is subject to change. The game has a launch sale, 20% off until February 29th, so you can get the game for a little cheaper. So, first and foremost, I got 3 press keys for this, so thanks for that. It's one of those games where you can play solo with bots, but it's more fun with people. I think a maximum of 6 people can play at once. There are microtransactions in-game. I don't like that. There's a little shop button, and you can actually buy like pistols and other skins for like 99 cents each, I think. I didn't look too hard into it because it brought up my Steam window and I immediately closed it. I'm like, $10 game, and it doesn't look like there's a way to earn these in-game, but I don't know. I saw the microtransactions, I saw the 99 cents, and I'm like, really? Really? Anyway, so what is this game all about? Well, this is one of those hidden identity games where you've got 2 sides. You've got the defenders and you've got the imposters. The defenders are trying to figure out who the imposters are in the environment. It's much like Bank Heist and Bank Heist 2. The defender team will be seeking out the imposters as they wander around the map. Now, the imposters cannot run, otherwise they'll be seen and discovered, so like you have to kind of walk and act like a normal NPC would. And your goal as the imposter is to go around and break these generators on the map. They come up as little yellow interactable things, like you interact with it, you interact with the thing, then you break it, and then somewhere on the map when you do that, these toxic clouds start popping up, and that will kill civilians. And your ultimate goal as an imposter is to kill like 10, 15 civilians, whatever the case may be. And you can actually level up as you do these things. Like as you do these things, you earn experience points, and you can spend your experience points to make your character slightly stronger. Like you can extend the gas clouds, you can make it stronger, you can make it so that you're in zombie mode longer. Once you reach a certain point, like once you do enough, you'll be able to enter zombie mode for like 10 seconds or so, and that's when you can actively kill other neutral people. And again, you're trying to murder pretty much all the NPCs on the map if you can. I don't think you can actually kill the friendly player or the defenders. They do their own thing. Speaking of the defenders, there are 2 classes. There are engineers and there are hunters. The engineers have the ability to, whenever a generator is knocked offline by an imposter, they will go to the gas cloud, and then arrows will pop up, and it'll lead them to the generator so that they can then fix it. They can also scan the map to, like, it's a general area, and if the imposter was within that circle, it'll say imposter found, but you don't know which NPC it is unless, you scan someone by themselves. And then you've got a hunter, which will lay traps, and anyone that if an imposter walks over it, they get stunned, and you pretty much know at that point who the imposter is. The hunter can also one-shot an imposter, whereas the engineer needs 3 hits to do it. If you, as the defender, kill 2 friendly NPCs thinking that they're the imposters, then you lose. So again, very much like Bank Heist, you cannot kill friendly characters without, possibly losing. So again, we've played this for about an hour or 2, and I gotta say, first impressions are a bit mixed. Personally, I like games like this, and I love that there is a solo mode where you can add bots to either side. So I do like that. But it's very easy to juke the AI in this game. There's no difficulty settings for the AI. I wish I could make them easier or harder. It's like sometimes they feel like they've got tunnel vision where they know I'm the imposter, and other times it's just behavior that you have to learn, what they look for. Like standing still seems to set them off and they shoot me. I'm like, well, wouldn't a normal person just stand still? No, I guess you just got to keep walking. Not run, but just walk. Okay, so that's a thing. As far as controls, they were weird. They were really hard to get used to. Your mouse just looks. It doesn't swivel your character. You have to use W, A, and D to move around. So if you want to turn, you have to hold in W and D, or just hold in D to turn or pivot. Normally in a game like this, I'm like turning the mouse and I'm expecting to turn, and I don't see a way to like turn with the mouse, which it took some getting used to. I don't know if I really like that control scheme. As far as like assigning roles, you can pick whether you're on the defender team or the imposter team, but if you're on the defender team, you can't choose if you are a hunter or an engineer. The game randomly assigns you a role. So if I want to test out a role, like see what upgrades I can, like the engineer and the hunter each have upgrades of their own that they can pick as well. But if you want to play with one class, like you have to get lucky and hope that you get the class that you want. So I would love the ability to choose my class. And aside, again, the DLC microtransactions thing really turns me off. Also, whenever you hit replay to start a new game, the host will change. Like I hosted the first game, and then when I hit replay, I was no longer host, and then my fiance had to add the bots and then start the game. I'm like, well, why did the host change? Anyway, just a minor complaint. But the biggest things were the controls, the lack of being able to choose a role, and the microtransactions. That was the three biggest things that I did not like. Again, this is early access, so I'm not trying to harp on it too hard. My fiance didn't really care for this game, to be honest with you. My son seemed to think it was okay. I seem to think, I personally think it's okay, but I think that Bank Heist 2 currently does the whole genre a bit better. But again, this is early access, so we'll have to see where this goes over time. This is Vince. Thanks for watching. Catch y'all next time. Take care.